the Undertow. The sun had begun to dip beneath the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and crimson. Tom and Emily had spent the day together, enjoying the warm sand and the gentle waves. They were on vacation, their last before the wedding, and everything felt perfect until Tom decided to test his luck. "Just a little farther, Em," he said with a grin that made her nervous. "I'll be back before you know it." He waded into the water, the waves lapping gently at his legs. Emily hesitated, then reluctantly set down their towels, glancing up from her book to watch him swim farther out. But what started as innocent fun soon turned into something darker. The waves grew more unpredictable, crashing against him with increasing force. Tom's carefree laughter turned to struggle. Emily didn't notice at first. The sun was beginning to set, the light blurring, making it harder to focus. And then, the undertow struck. Tom felt it like a hand, invisible yet strong, yanking him under. The world went black as he was dragged deeper, the surface above slipping away like a distant memory. His heart hammered in his chest and he gasped for air, only to swallow water instead. Panic surged through him as he tried to kick toward the shore, but the current had a hold on him, pulling him farther and farther into the depths. He screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the crashing waves. No one could hear him. His body burned as he fought against the pull, but the water didn't care. It tugged with relentless force like an insatiable beast, pulling him deeper into the abyss. His lungs screamed for air, but there was nothing but salt water and the darkening shadows of the ocean. And then he saw it. A fin. At first he thought it was just his mind playing tricks on him, but then it appeared again, closer, circling, cutting through the water with unnatural precision. The creature below him was hunting. His heart froze as he realized what it was. Sharks. At least 3, no, 4, circling in the deep, their fins slicing through the water with a sickening grace. He could feel their presence now, the sharp predatory energy that radiated from them. They were watching, waiting. Tom's stomach lurched. He fought harder, trying to make it back to shore, but the water was too strong and the sharks were too close. He saw their bodies beneath the water, huge, dark shapes with gleaming teeth, and he knew with gut-wrenching certainty that he was dead. And then something worse. As he struggled, a shadow beneath the water shifted. It wasn't the sharks, not this time. Something much larger had emerged, its shape dark and sprawling, moving with unnatural speed. Tom's mind raced. What was it? What could it be? A horrible thought slithered into his mind. It was waiting for him to tire, waiting for him to fail. The sharks didn't attack immediately. They circled, keeping just out of reach, like vultures watching a dying prey. And as the large shadow passed beneath him again, Tom's body suddenly tensed. He could feel it. Something was coming. It was too close now, the weight of it in the water pressing down on him. But then darkness. Back on the shore, Emily began to grow restless. The sun was setting faster now, the golden light slipping beneath the horizon, and Tom was still out there. She called his name again, louder this time. No answer. Her heart began to pound in her chest, a sickening feeling creeping over her. She stood and walked to the water's edge, scanning the waves for any sign of him. The ocean was eerily still now, no signs of his bright yellow swimsuit, no glint of his sun-kissed skin. A low tremor of fear began to gnaw at her. She waded out into the shallows, calling for him once more. But the water felt cold, unnatural. Something wasn't right. "Tom?" The water was silent. The shoreline stretched out, and still nothing. Emily's stomach dropped, and a surge of panic hit her like a crashing wave. She screamed his name. "Tom!" But all she heard was the distant mocking sound of waves crashing in the distance. The beach was too quiet, like the whole world was holding its breath. Tom's vision swam as he fought against the deep pull, his body growing numb. The sharks circled tighter now, their fins cutting through the water like blades just beneath the surface. He tried to scream, to fight back, but it was as if the water itself was alive, closing in around him. And then, as the darkness crept over him, Tom saw the creature again, a massive, unnatural shape, moving through the depths with terrifying speed. It was too much for him to comprehend. He couldn't even begin to understand what it was. His body spasmed as the cold water overwhelmed him, and the last thing he felt was the sharp bite of something huge, something ancient, ripping through his leg. A burst of pain, a final scream, and then silence. Hours later, search teams arrived. They scoured the shore, the waters, the sand. They found no trace of Tom, no sign of his body. The sharks were gone by the time they arrived, the ocean eerily calm, as if nothing had ever happened. The tide had taken him, but some say they still hear the whispers in the water at night, the whispers of something darker, something ancient that waits beneath the surface, hungry for more. And in the distance, just beyond the horizon, a fin still circles.